The digital dollar isn't money. It's a muzzle. Let me say this loud and clear. You don't live in a free market anymore, and you don't live in a cash economy. You live in a system prepped for lockdown. This is the Rock Hard Rant. No sponsors, no filters, and absolutely no patience for what they're trying to sneak through the back door. It's time to get real.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside.
The Federal Reserve's initial analysis suggests a potential U.S. CBDC, if one were created, would best serve the needs of the United States by being privacy protected, intermediated, widely transferable, and identity verified.
So, they're not just changing the money. They're changing what money even means. The Federal Reserve is test driving a central bank digital currency. It's a programmable, traceable, and recallable digital dollar.
The Fed, meanwhile, has taken a key step toward potentially issuing a U.S. digital coin. The move could dramatically alter the American financial system.
You won't hold it, you won't save it, you'll access it, if they let you.
CBDCs would give officials a powerful tool of control and manipulation. It would be an irresistible drug for central banks trying to direct the economy. If they think the economy is overheating, they could freeze a certain percentage of your cash. Or if these poobahs decide that things are too slow, they could punish people who, they conclude, are saving too much. Spend it or lose it, they could decree.
Your bank account becomes a permission slip, and the person giving you permission, it's not you. They'll sell it as convenient. They'll say no more cash, no more checks, no more fraud.
Imagine a digital single payment solution that could be used for any kind of payment throughout the euro area. Guess what? It could become a reality. A digital euro. Easy, safe, fast, reliable. Digital money from the European Central Bank at your fingertips whenever you need it. But how would it work? Say you've gone for a meal with a friend and you want to split the bill. Simple. Open the digital euro wallet on your smartphone, check your balance, enter the amount to pay your friend, confirm your transfer. Your friend will receive the money instantly, free of charge. It doesn't matter which country you're in or who your payment provider is. Payments are still made instantly, even offline. It's also easy to use the digital euro at your favorite local shops. Unlock your device, place it on the terminal, authenticate, make the payment online or offline. If you want, you can also use a physical card. What about e-commerce? The digital euro is also available when you're buying something online. Be it digital or physical, a euro will always be a euro and have the same value irrespective of format. Let's embrace the digital era with the digital euro.
What happens when the same government that conveniently tracks your transactions doesn't like what you bought? Protest donations? Blocked. Too much gas? Flagged. Wrong contribution? Frozen. This isn't paranoid. This is already happening. Ask the Canadians. Ask those truckers. Ask anyone who stepped out of line and watched their financial life get erased overnight.
On Monday, Cabinet invoked the Emergencies Act to restore public order. Information is now being shared by law enforcement with Canada's financial institutions. Financial service providers have already taken action based on that information.
The Fed launched FedNow in 2023. It's not a currency, it's the plumbing for a currency. Real-time control over real-time payments.
The Federal Reserve announcing it has gone live with its new FedNow instant payment system, a system that should allow households and businesses to send payments and receive money immediately without those troubling 3-day holds on checks and waiting for payments to clear in the sender's account and waiting for the bank to open on Monday or after a holiday. The FedNow system is an instant payment system. It's available 24/7, 365 days a year. To begin with, 35 banks and 16 service providers have already signed up. Those banks include things like JP Morgan and and Wells Fargo, as well as smaller credit unions and other banks. Unclear if the banks are going to charge for this instant payment. They are charged, but they may or may not pass that along to consumers. Fed Chair Jay Powell saying in a press release, over time, as more banks choose to use this tool, the benefits to individuals and businesses will include enabling a person to immediately receive a paycheck or a company to instantly access funds when an invoice is paid. This doesn't eliminate the PayPals and the Venmos of the world or Zelle. Theoretically, they could use the FedNow system, which is a bank-to-bank system, to send payments.
Europe's doing the same thing with the digital euro. In China, they're already rolling out the digital yuan. This isn't an experiment. It's a global rollout. One code base, one government, 0 exits. And the private sector, it's cheering them on. Because what better way to kill competition than owning the rails and the rules? Guess who's advising the Fed on this digital money? BlackRock, JP Morgan, MasterCard. That's right. The same Wall Street elites who crashed the system in 2008 and got bailed out with your money are now helping redesign the dollar you use. Because nothing screams trust like handing control of your wallet to the same people who set it on fire. Ever heard of ESG scores? If not, please go watch my last video. It stands for Environmental Social Governance. It sounds noble, but it's just a credit score for your beliefs.
That this is coming for individuals, that there are some individuals who already have ESG scores and they don't know it. And really it makes sense, right? If you want to transform society through a social credit scoring system, you can do a lot of that through corporations and banks and financial institutions and Wall Street. But at some point, you probably are going to have to apply that to individuals as well if you're going to take the shift to a stakeholder capitalism system seriously.
If you spend too much, you're dinged. Don't support the right cause, denied. Voice dissent, digitally punished. It's not even subtle. The infrastructure is there. The banks are ready. The algorithms are trained. They're just waiting for the green light.
Kind of social credit scoring system. There are many different ESG metrics that are used all over the world, primarily in the United States, Canada, and Europe. And the goal of all of these metrics, though, is essentially the same. It's to try to get companies in particular, but in some cases, potentially even individuals, to change their behavior by rewarding people with a higher ESG score for performing well in certain categories, and then punishing them for doing poorly in those same categories.
Now here's where it all clicks into place. They roll out the digital dollar, and then they roll out universal basic income.
Nothing less than the most ambitious social policy of our times. In 2017, basic income is gaining momentum around the world. First trials are ongoing or on their way, and a growing number of countries are considering UBI as an alternative to welfare. In the US, this means about $1,000 a month or $12,000 a year. The money would not be taxed, and you could do whatever you wanted with it.
Sounds nice, right? Free money for everyone? No job, no problem. Just scan your face, update your app, and watch your monthly drip feed arrive on time. But here's the fine print. You won't save it. You won't invest it. You'll spend it. Where they say, when they say, and on what they say. UBI plus CBDC equals complete behavioral control.
These risks far outweigh any potential benefits because a CBDC is not, quote, just another form of money. A CBDC in any form would be a direct liability of the central government, a digital tether to its citizens, such that it would radically alter the existing public-private relationship that already exists in our monetary arrangement.
They can program that free money to expire if you don't spend it fast enough. They can geo-lock it so you can't leave your zone. They can block certain products they don't want you buying. It's not assistance, it's a leash. And once people get hooked, forget savings, forget ambition, forget generational wealth. You become a renter of your own life. A digital peasant on a government-controlled allowance. This isn't progress. This is communism with a user interface. Tyranny wrapped in a free trial. And if you think you'll just opt out, good luck, when the only currency that works is the one that watches you. And this isn't just about how you buy gum at a gas station. This is about whether you can donate without being flagged, whether you can save without being taxed in real time, whether you can exist financially without asking permission. No cash means no privacy. No privacy means no power. No power means you are owned. This is not hopeless unless you stay quiet. Demand protection for physical cash. Support decentralized tools like crypto, privacy wallets, or even bartering. Talk to people outside your bubble. Don't let them trick you into calling it progress, because when tyranny updates its software, it looks a lot like an app. Don't download it. This isn't freedom. This isn't modernization. It's a muzzle made of digits, at least made of code. And if we don't say no right now, we're going to wake up in a world where your wallet isn't yours, your choices aren't yours, and your freedom is revoked one transaction at a time. This is the Rock Hard Rant, and if that hit a nerve, good, because nerves mean you're still alive. And if we want to stay that way, we fight.